TW here. I'm a little excited. My scope came. This should have been here Thursday, but we had some bad weather. And for whatever reason, UPS decided to hand it off to the post office on Friday. It was pushed off till Friday for delivery. And during the chat, it never arrived, and they pushed it off to the post office. Well, I figured that's it. It's going to be Monday, the earliest, because, you know, post office doesn't do on Sunday. And Saturday is going to be a half a day. It's not going to happen. And I got notification this morning that it was in the post office hands and scheduled to be delivered by 6 o'clock at night. And I said, this Sunday, I never heard of deliveries on Sunday. Not from the post office. I know that they deliver sometimes for Amazon on the weekends. I do see the trucks around. But I guess when they're delivering for somebody else, they do it Saturday and Sunday. So good news for me. It came late this afternoon. I was out running errands, so I didn't get home until just before sunset. And I was going to do an unboxing, but I wanted to see it at last light and take a look at it. Now, this video I was going to do anyway, but as it turns out, my buddy Alabama Reloader also found this deal, bought his scope and got it before I did. So he already did a review on this. But the good thing about him doing the review first, or as well, is he chose the 6-24 or 6-25 version of this. Excuse me. This scope is offered in two, it's going to be too close to video, I think. Two models. I guess it'll focus on it. This is the 3-18 by 50, and it's a TruGlo, as you can see, TX6. First focal plane, tactical rifle scope. There's the reticle, and it's a lighted reticle. It looks like it's just a dot in the middle, which I really like. I didn't put any batteries in it to check yet, but we'll do that here and see. One thing that we both noticed, and I'll put in the description, I'll put a link to his video, so you can watch his too if there's something specific about the higher powered one that interests you. But on here, it just says illuminated reticle, sunshade included, mil-radian reticle, mil-radian target turrets, side focus, parallax adjustable, multi-position, quick zoom lever included. There's a couple of them too. And neoprene cover. But when you read the ad from them on their website or online, it says it's got a mechanical zero stop. Now, he showed me, we've been talking, he showed me the instruction manual, because obviously I didn't have my scope yet, and it doesn't say anything about it. So I went on their website, and I sent them an email, and I'm going to respond back with this video, so they're going to see this video, along with my buddy's video. I'll give them the links to both. And it says nothing about a zero stop, and I don't see anything on the box. But it says it on their website, and it says it on the descriptions. It says mechanical zero stop. So I don't know what's going on there, but we'll pull the turret cap off here and take a look. But something that Wes had said was he was wanting the bigger scope because he was assuming he was going to lose the top few highest zoom powers. You know, let's just say from 20 to 24 or 25, however the scope goes. I forgot which one it is. He assumed he was going to lose that, meaning it was going to be too dark or not able to be seen good enough to use. And he wanted to be able to have 18 or 20 power to be used regularly. So he didn't choose this one, assuming that this one would lose like above 14 power. So this in effect would be a 3 to 14 power scope usable, and the 6 to 24 or 25 would be like 6 to 18 power usable. I don't see that at all. I stayed outside with this from maybe 10, 12 minutes after sunset till about 15, 18 minutes later. It was pretty dark outside, and every minute through all the zooms, this scope pulled in light, and I could see into the leaves, into the trees, into the pockets and stuff in the darkness way better than I could with my eye. And eventually it got dark enough that I couldn't see through it. I did not put the battery in yet. We'll do that a little bit in a minute here. So I don't know what that would have done. Probably nothing, but it would have helped seeing that dot. It is a first focal plane, and on lower powers, it is very small reticle. So as a hunting scope, which is what this is going to be for me, I'm a little bit concerned. Now it's probably going to go on my 6mm rem. So I don't perceive it as a close short range rifle. In other words, if I'm going to be hunting most of my spots that are really close, I'm probably not going to bring that rifle. Anyway, it's just not, it's a longer range rifle, you know, so I'll use it in the fields and stuff like that, where I'll be up on, 6, 8, 10 power. Even in that range, the reticle gets quite a bit bigger, and it's easy to be seen. All right, let's get it out of the box and see just what comes in here. This is their top of the line scope. And the best part about it, Midway has these on clearance right now. And this particular scope, I think the retail on it, and nobody really pays retail, so don't be alarmed. I think the retail on it is close to 5 beans. The bigger powered one is a little bit more, $50 more or so. But most places have it, and Midway had it for I think $4.69 for this, and then $4.99 beans for the other one. The sale price, $2.29 beans. So that's what made me jump. I have been watching for about a month and a half since I got that great big scope from Rollins. Been watching and wanting to upgrade another nice target scope, hunting target scope, 30mm. Whenever I start talking, I get a little coughing. And I figured I would wait for something used, and I could pick up an more expensive scope for less money buying used, something used around $200. So when this came brand new for $2.25, I jumped on it. And just the 20 minutes or so that I played with it outside, I'm pretty happy. Just like Alabama Reloader said, really like the reticle. So here's what you get in the box. Here's your manual. You get a sticker, big deal. You get a cloth for the lenses and for the outside of the scope to keep it wiped down. That's pretty nice. You get a battery. You get some throw levers. I said you get 2 of them. There's 2 throw levers in there. 2 screws and the Allen wrench to put them on. And I'll show you on the scope how that works. It comes with a sunshade. And it comes with a neoprene cover, which I really like, especially for in the safe. It keeps the scope from getting banged and dinged, or the scope from banging and dinging other things. So I really like the scope covers. And here's our scope. So I don't really care about the sunshade, so let's put that over here. I don't need the cloth. We are going to put the battery in. I don't care about the sticker right now. We are going to put on the throw lever. Let's get rid of the neoprene cover. And let's pull our scope out of the bag. Again, like I said, I'm really happy with the clarity, and I'm really happy with the controls. The The focus was really, really, really hard to turn at first. It's pretty nice now. I've seen that on a lot of scopes. I don't want to say it's a problem or it's an issue. I've seen a lot of scopes, the first time you turn them, they seem to be stuck. So that's not really a negative. That's just what I saw. So let me get a little control. I mean, a little key here. I like to use this. I like to use this old school gapping tool as a screwdriver on my scope turrets and on my battery covers. All right, let's put this battery in here. Let's get our handy dandy knife out here and open this battery up. I know you guys are all waiting to see me cut myself on video, but I'm pretty careful. They say sharp knives don't cut you, it's the dull ones, and that one's sharp. All right, so there's that. So we've got the springs in here, so we're just going to set it into the cup here. I'm going to put the cover back on. We're not building anything, YouTube. We're putting a battery in a light. That's all we're doing. Putting a battery in a light. Wow, that's stiff to turn. Well, it's the first time it's getting turned. Wow, is that stiff to turn? I don't want to grab it with a tool. Wow, is that stiff to turn the first time? All right, I got it on one. I got it to go on one. There it goes. All right, now it's turning normal. Wowzy, wowzy. That was tight, tight, tight. Let's go all the way up to 11. Let's see what that is. All right, it lights up the whole T. That's kind of what I thought. I would have liked it to see just light up a dot in the middle. That would have been much better for me. It lights up the whole T. It looks like a cross. And I'm going to try to show you some pictures of the reticle, but I know it's going to be a fail. Okay, we've got a 50 millimeter objective, and it says TruGlo TX6 318 by 50. Here's our turrets. Let's pop open this top turret here and see if we can figure out if there is a zero stop in there. All right, it's got a coin, it's got a rubber O-ring, and that just pops off. So what do we got here? Yeah, we're going to have to wait to hear from them, because it looks like there could be something here. I've seen zero stops that would work like this. What happens is you adjust your scope. I see a couple of holes, and I'm assuming it's for an Allen wrench. We'll double check and scan the instructions, but like I say, Wes looked through his and they didn't say anything, and I'm sure mine are the same. So, but we've got an O-ring here, and we've got an O-ring on the top of the turret. And these are, you pop them out to turn them, and turn them in, and they stay locked. So they're locking turrets. And they are, one click is 1/10 of a mil. So they're mil radian turrets, and it's supposed to match the reticle. So they're not 1/4 of an inch, they're 1/10 of a mil. And they lock. And that was the important part for me. They needed to have a locking turret. So what I was getting at here is, I've seen them work like this, and what happens is you loosen the sets. You would sight in your scope, you set it 100 yards, and then with these screws, the set screws loosened, you turn the big knob all the way down until it stops. Then you tighten the screws back up. And what happens is this whole post goes up and down. when you adjust it. So if you need to go out for range, for longer range, it's going to screw up, and it's going to actually lift up out of the scope. So when you have a zero stop like this, what it's doing is it locks it on that post. So once you're sighted in and you set it, it can't screw in any farther than the zero that you made for 100 yards. So that would be your bottom, and it'll stop. That's how it works. I'm assuming that's how this is going to work, because I see there's a collar on here. And we'll see what happens when this turns to adjust. It's a little too tight for me to turn by hand, but let's see. We've got green over here. So let's put this back on. Well, I've got to lift this to turn it. That's why it didn't turn. So let's see. What can we do here? I don't have anything that will lift that up without causing me cringeworthiness, prying on things. Let's see if this will be enough to lift that up. Nope. Nope. All right, so I can't make that turn because I have to lift it up. Oh, let's see. This will allow me to lift it up. Yeah, this will allow me to lift it up. Screw this in. And then lift. There we go. Lift it. And that's how it works. That's definitely how it works. Because this went in until it stopped. Okay. So I think that's going to do it. But we'll see. We're going to have to wait and see until we put everything together and get it sighted in, or hear back from TruGlo. So we've talked about the lighted reticle, talked about the reticle itself, and I'll agree, they're pretty tactile. Just a tiny bit on the mushy side, and they don't positively lock. They don't positively line up. That's all the way around, and it's pretty good, but it's not perfect. I don't know if you can see it. Let's see if I can zoom in for you. See the little tick mark there? It lines up halfway decent, but when you push it on, it seems to move over. See, it moves over. Click before. Click on. It's not, see it? See the mushy? That's what I'm talking about. It's being anal. It doesn't matter, but being anal. This one here is pretty much the same way. It's being anal. It's fine. It's fine. Here's the screws. Gives you various positions that you can put your stud in. Oh, look at there. My O-ring. I dropped my O-ring out of my cover. We'll put that back in after. You don't have to see that. Pull these out and you can put the studs in wherever you might like it, in case it hits your bolt on your gun, or in case it's interfering with something else, where you might like it. That's a nice touch. Unless your throw lever is a clamp-on style, you don't have adjustability. If it's one of these that's in the stud, it's threaded in, it is what it is. Like my my Ride-On Primal. When I had it on my Grendel, I couldn't use the knob because it ran into my bolt. Now I have it on the 300 hammer, and it's on a semi-auto, so there's no bolt to worry about. So I've got it in. It works good. So there we go. Talked about this for quite a while. And TruGlo TX6 3 to 18 by 50. I like it. I like it. I've got one other scope that I want to review here. I wasn't going to do it, but Wes really wants to see it, and that is another Ride-On scope. And that'll be in another video. I'll probably do that next. There we go. I like it. It's a full view through the scope. There's a little tiny bit of a tube looking through on the highest power, but very, very small. If you're perfect with your iBox, and it's pretty forgiving. It's a little tiny bit critical up on 18 power, but critical for eye relief, not critical for head position. It doesn't black out on you. You can move your head around and it stays good on all powers. But for eye relief on 18 power, and what you're seeing is you see the tube. It doesn't really black out. You start to see the tube. So being picky, it's fine, especially for the price. I think this is going to be dynamite as long as the turrets are going to repeat. I think it's going to be really good. Had really good focus. I can see about 400 yards where I was looking, and it looked really good. It looked really good. I could see the spigot on the side of a house. It's about 4, I should laser it, but it's about 425. And I could focus this in so that I could see the spigot on the side of the house. Not just know what it was, see it. So that's pretty clear. 18 power. Down the other end of the street is probably just shy of 400, probably 380. And the guy has a copper tip top on his house. It comes to a point. It's like a widow's peak almost. And I can see it, and I can see details. And I don't remember that before. I remember looking at the house, but I don't remember recognizing that he had copper on top. So it's pretty clear. And that was not in bright sunny day. Today was not a bright sunny day, and I was after sunset. So all good things. Again, I pretty much agree with Alabama Reloader's review, all except for where he said he was going to lose optical quality and darkness up on the higher end. I don't see that at all. This looks just as clear as bright on 18 power as it does down on 3 and 4 power. Like I said, it lit up into the leaves at 50, 100 yards. It lit up into the leaves way better than I could see with my naked eye. So I'm sold. It's going to be a good scope as long as these turrets hold up and it'll track and repeat. It's going to be good. It will be stiff first time you use it. Know that. I see no reason yours is going to be any different than mine, but it's nice now. And it lights up the whole post, the whole cross of the reticle. There's 3 bold lines, 2 on horizontal and 1 on the vertical above, and the bottom is all there for elevation holdover. So that whole thing lights up minus the bold, and it's red. There we go. I hope you like it. I hope you can take advantage of the sale if it's a needy one for you. I think it's a good deal. It's less than half the bean sprouts. So it's worth a try, I think. I'm pretty pleased. It's not overly heavy. I didn't look at the spec numbers. These scopes are always a little heavier, but and it's a 6-24. I see it here. They're always a little bit heavier. So it's you know, it's a bigger scope, but it's not that long. So I'm pleased. I'm going to order a cover for it. I like snap covers on the front just to protect my front objective when it's sitting there. I generally don't use them on the back. And I've got a good level. I already ordered it in Monstrum. It came in the other day, so I'm going to put that on it and get this mounted up. That's it. God bless everybody. Give it a look and check out Alabama Loader's video. His is pretty good too. Don't mind his complaining about the cold. He's a southern boy. He doesn't see cold. Got to send that zinger, Wes. God bless everybody. CW out. All right. You've watched all through the video. I thank you. Here's a quick update. These are not screws to be removed. These are threaded holes. So there's nothing to come out. You just take your handle that you choose. This is the larger one. drop the screw in it, and it'll screw right into those spots. There's nothing to take out. I was trying to find a bit that fit in there that I could take that screw out. There is no screw to take out. That's just a threaded hole with a pocket. So there's nothing to take out. Don't be like a dummy like me. Put your eyeballs in and you can see it. If I had done that, I would be able to see it. You do still get choices as to where you put it. I chose to put it at 8 power because it gives me a nice throw lever all the way over to each side. I don't think that's going to hit my bolt, but we'll see. And then second, I got some nice close-ups in the manual of the reticle. And all that thin portion there that you see is what lights up when the scope lights up. Pretty good. Here's all your adjustments, how far or how much each of those points covers for sighting, and you can use it for drifts and for elevations, and it will also range. There is a little portion in here using the sub-tensions to range with this optic. Straylock Pro is also available. Ballistic calculator application. Application can be used to calculate drop and other ballistics based on cartridge data. So that's pretty cool. Quick zoom lever, all the adjustments, the sunshade, changing the batteries, illumination control, adjusting the diopter. I see a ring on there that I don't see on mine. That's odd, huh? Wonder what that is. That picture isn't from this scope. There's nothing under my optic, under my turret, where that one's got a ring under it. All right, there we go. Thanks, everybody. I sure appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too long. God bless everybody. Oh, while I got you, keep Julio in your prayers. He certainly needs them. Ocean 374. God bless. CW out.